The name is Law Nation Sports. As we continue to grind to shine, be sure to smash upon the like button. Cowboys OTAs preview on the bubble players plus Dak Prescott daily. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. No doubt. Let's go. Yup. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation groove? Come on. Come on. What's good? Shout out to everybody. I really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. And can you guys do me a huge favor? Continue to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Now, of course, OTAs will be open to the media on Thursday, I believe. They began OTAs today. It will be a lot of light work today. No pads or anything like that. I don't even think that they will even wear helmets. This would just be the casual walkthroughs, some independent free flow one-on-ones, things like that. So this still should be an evaluation moment for us, right? They are still doing some install. So they still are installing a lot of things, trying to figure out ways that they can improve and better this team. For those that's in the chat, can you guys do me a huge favor? Let me know. This team, the 2023 Cowboys, are they better than the 2022 Cowboys? I need to know. And just off of the jump, are you comfortable of saying that they are better? And we can break it down into groups if you want. Offense, will it be better than the 2022's offense? Defense, will it be better than the 2022's defense? And then we can go into categories from there. The offensive line for your mind. I'm seeing a lot of yes. All you got to do is say yes. I see y'all. Y'all saying yes. Offensive line for your mind. Will this offensive line be better than the last year's offensive line? Contextualize it from this aspect of it, too. 4 out of the 5 guys that we had on that front 5 were hurt. That even rhymed for your mind, baby. You know how this thing goes. And if you really look at it and contextualize it from here, Tyler Smith, he have a full year of process of the NFL speed under his belt, right? So, yes, he will be better than what he was last year. Why? Because he knows more, right? He should be wiser, Yes, indeed. So, we can look at it from those angles. I seen my guy in the chat. He says, to be determined, right? And this is from my guy, Jay. I'm just going to go by Jay. I think there's Jose or Jay, Jay. Is it really to be determined whether or not this wide receiver core is better than what they were last year? Do you need to have to be determined for this wide receiver core? If we go line for line, precept upon precept a little bit. If we look at CeeDee Lamb, and if we look at the last year's CeeDee Lamb, right, I would say I don't need to be determined on that one. I think that CeeDee Lamb is better than what he was last year. And if I look at Dennis Houston, he was our starting wide receiver week 1. I don't think that will be a situation and scenario. If it is, then let it be. But show of hands, and I'm not trying to throw down Dennis Houston. Shout out to my guy. He was phenomenal during OTAs last year. But is Dennis Houston better option than what we see now from this team of Brandon Cooks? Or let me not leave out, dare I say, Noah Brown. So we can all determine. We don't have to say to be determined, but we can all determine right now and go ahead and put it out there that the wide receiver core for this year, the 2023 wide receiver core, is better than what we seen last season. Echoes, thank you. He says, I wouldn't mind trading for a 2024 first round pick for another splash. Give me a stud on the O-line or D-line. Appreciate you, man. Oh, yeah, I left out James Washington. Appreciate you, man. So we are better in that category, right? The reservations, and this is not what I'm going to hold against you guys, and you got every right and every opportunity to say, yeah, I still have reservations on the offensive line. Why, Law? Why? Well, Terrence Steele, we don't know whether or not he will be 100%, as well as there's a big voided area at guard. We're missing Connor McGovern, right? Who in the last 2 seasons only allowed 3 sacks on that side of the field, right? So now we're looking at where can we fill in that voided area. The Cowboys off the jump, just last week, Stephen Jones did say to everyone and said that, hey, he truly believed that the front 5 would be the best guys off of this list: Tyron Smith, Tyler Biotish, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele. And we can only take that with a grain of salt because we got to see these boys. We do have Chuma Edoga. We do have Matthew Forniak, right? And we do have Matt Welletsko. And we had the TJ kid who's, I think you can check out his film analysis. We drafted Awesome Richards, but you can check out film analysis on my guys like the OC, right? My guy, Jay Took, he got a film analysis on TJ. Vach Lombardi, I believe, I don't know, but I think he got a film analysis on TJ as well as Awesome Richards, right? And we got some guys that you guys can just sit back and wait and see, right? Far as my offensive line film analysis, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait this year. I'm going to wait till training camp, and then I give you guys my thoughts on it. Because what I don't want to do is convolute it and muddy the waters with what they did in college and then try to present what they're doing now in that particular grouping, right? But time around the corner, we can see some of the things what these boys will be able to present to the table in the few following weeks, right? The line has HOF potential across. This is from Tony Snow. I appreciate you, fam. Shout out to you, Jessica. Appreciate you for jumping in. Mr. Dunn, if Tyron Smith can play a full season, we're about to set. We'll be all set. Yeah, I see. Realistically, will that happen? We don't know. The same reservations we are having with our offensive line, there are probably 27 to maybe 28 teams with the same reservations. I don't think that there's a team in the National Football League that's having a clear conscience of their offensive line. Everybody have a weak spot on their offensive line. Now, what the 4-ladder, the 3-ladder, the networks, and some of the local media would like to do is say, hey, it's burn time. Law, hit the panic button, man. Our offensive line is in shambles. Well, name me that great offensive line that's not, right? I said this last week, and I don't think that there will be a team, there are people out there to say, hey, their offensive line is all well put together. Maybe the Eagles, you can talk about them, right? And their offensive line, they were pretty good as far as the pieces that they have there. But there's not many. Maybe, just maybe the Chiefs, right? They reconfigured their offensive line. It looks good for them, right? So let's go into the details. Yeah, Dano says KC and Philly, right? So literally 30 other teams got reservations on their offensive line. So you're not going to have a well put together offensive line with depths, right? Now, we can bring in a new person, right, and have hope and love and all of that. But it would still take time, right? We could have drafted an offensive line, but just because you drafted a guy doesn't mean that he's going to perform excellent, right? Think of this before we go into other topics. Think of this, ladies and gentlemen. Who was the best rookie offensive lineman last year? I want y'all to put that down. Was it Tyler Linderbaum? Was it Neil? Was it Charles Cross? Was it Tyler Smith? Right? You know? Oh, one can argue and say, hey, it was Tyler Smith. It was our offensive line, the guy that we drafted. He still allowed 6 sacks. Right? He still allowed over 3 penalties, man, or more, you know. So it wasn't smooth even for that. So it takes time. Alpha Reds is law. Down goes my Lakers, man. Well, Lakers are out of the picture, you know. But shout out to what they were able to accomplish, right? But they out of it, right? They out of it. So it would be the Denver Nuggets and possibly the Heat. But we'll find out down the line. We get into some basketball conversation. But neither here nor there. Bubble guys. Let's talk about bubble guys before we go into this Dak Prescott conversation. And we all know that Dak Prescott daily is what everybody need to hear, right? Or want to hear. Or or heard, you know. Here's the thing. On the defensive side, let's concentrate on the defensive side. I've literally got 3 bubble guys on the defensive side. 3 bubble guys on the defensive side. Let me start down in the trenches first. Gallimore. Is he a bubble guy to you all? And you guys can let me know who is your bubble guy as well. But Gallimore, right? The writing is on the wall. We done went and drafted Mozzie. We done already heard good news of Osa elevating his game. And we need to see some tick and play out of Chauncey Golston, right? So I see a lot of you guys saying that Mozzie is a guy that's going to make us all forget about anybody who's trying to play 3-tech, and it will be a rotational aspect between Mozzie and Osa. So therefore, Gallimore will be a bubble guy. Let's go with it. Oh, my goodness. All right, so my thing is, I got a chance to talk to a certain individual that works out with these D-line guys, and he said from his mouth, he said that, hey, the Cowboys, they position changed my guy Neville Gallimore. They made him add a few pounds. He had an unbelievable rookie year. Who remembers the Steelers game? I think he ran up with one of those boys in the inside. I forgot his name. His brother played in the National Football League. I think they're twins. Was it Pouncey or Ponce or whatever his name is? He folded him up like a wallet, got to the quarterback, put him out, put him down, spank him over the knee, right? So what happened the following year, what happened? The Cowboys ended up changing philosophy. They had a new coach out there. They went from Mike Nolan's situation, Pouncey, appreciate you, Perry Locke, appreciate you. So they went from Mike Nolan's philosophy and scheme to Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn needed different type of technique from the inside, and there was a battleship between, what's his name? We play in week 3. Tristan Hill. Battleship between Tristan Hill, Neville Gallimore, Osa. Osa was a guy that was drafted that year, I believe. So all of these things, if you try to contextualize it, it was a big room for that. Osa, phenomenal rookie year. Then we look at my guy Neville Gallimore. He gained weight. Gallimore was going to be that 1-tech guy. We remember this was all old school philosophy of taking a 3-tech and saying we'll put a little bit more weight on him, right? And we're going to kick him down at 1-tech. We did the same thing for Carlos Watkins, right? He was a 3-tech everywhere he been, but we put a little weight on him, kick him down inside to be the 1-tech. Well, what happened, my guy Gallimore, he started off pretty good, had a phenomenal offseason that year, and then he had the hyperextended elbow that set him back, plus extra weight. And he said, when I was talking to him, he said, Lord, yeah, it's all fun and game. It's all good when you hear stories of someone going from 290-ish to 315-ish to close to 325-ish. But he said, just take a 25-pound weight and move around with it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. Watch how sluggish you will be. And imagine that extra body weight that you have, right? That the expectations of you still performing even better is still there. He said he would love for guys to gain weight, but it need to be gradually, not instantly, right? But neither here nor there. Neville is a bubble guy to me. He's going to have a strong camp, and he's going to have to prove that he can be. Here's another thing that the trainer told me, right? And shout out to him and all of the work that he's doing. He's saying, you know what, Law? You know who's really turning the corner? I said, who that may be. He said, man, if he can just get the communication down together, he's going to be a monster. You just got to work on a few things. The strength is there. And it's not even about keeping his pad levels low because the strength is there. And he gave me a laundry list of other guys that have the ability to still play with high pad levels. And this is an international guy. This guy is by the name of Isaac Alarcon. Who remember him, right? Woo! Hey, this guy, we literally may have fallen into the goodness and graces of Isaac. And I'm not saying that he's a bubble guy because he got the immunity of being on his team for being one of the international guys. But it's a situation whereas he's picking it up. So if he can have a strong camp, can you imagine the time that you're getting tired from Big Jonathan Hankins laying that weight on you, and then you get Mozzie to laying that weight on you, and then all of a sudden you have this guy that's 6'6", 6'7", Isaac, being an enforcer to get upfield. And that's all he wanted him to do, just get upfield, man. Pivot, get upfield, use that strength that you have, and get upfield. Ooh, and I'm telling you guys, it can work wonders for us. All right, so the other guy that's on the bubble, in my opinion, in this whole situation, is I'm going to do a combo. Is Nashawn Wright as well as Kelvin Joseph. Those are combination bubble guys that I have right here. And I'm going to tell you guys, Kelvin Joseph, the second round draft pick, very much so. High expectations because he had high ceiling, right? Remember this philosophy. Cowboys love, not like, but they love to draft high ceiling guys. Meaning that the potential could be there if they hit right. The coachings and the staff should be able to get these guys up to the ceiling part of it. And of course, people will look at someone like Ashanti Samuel, who we could have drafted. His floor was higher than Kelvin Joseph, right? Got the pedigree, got his father played in the National Football League, so you wouldn't have to really worry about, is he a workout guy? Is he a guy that can be you can depend on and all of that? The skill set was already tangible. You can see all of those things, what he was doing in Florida, right? So the problem was the Cowboys, we can say in the second round, technically, we tend to get greedy, right? We tend to go after a situation and say, all right, cool. If we hit on this, woo, we be the smartest guys in the room. We be the smartest guys in the room. Whereas everybody else didn't want to touch on that. Baby, we touched on it. We struck gold. But dog it when it don't hit right, right? When you shoot your shot and you miss, everybody be looking at you as a clown moment, right? Woo. So hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, that we can see something these OTAs and mini camps and training camp and beyond. But those two guys got to show us something because the reps get smaller and smaller. Why, Law? Well, you got Gallimore now, right? Oh, you got Deron Bland. You don't want to slow this man down, right? You got other guys that you drafted. Eric, you got him on the team now, right? Scott Jr., Eric Scott Jr., you got him here. So now the reps that you are looking to achieve or obtain become smaller. So hopefully we can see a bounce back from those guys. Shout out to Perry Locke. He says, what's good, Law family? Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Y'all do that. Y'all hit that like button while I go ahead and get into this topic area here. Did I give you guys my 3 bubble guys on the defense? Oh, I forgot to give you guys my bubble guys on the offense. Bubble guys on the offense. Simi Fehoko, right? Bubble. We know he talked a good game last season now, during all OTAs. He's even displayed some good stuff for us, right? During that time frame. Hey, we was like, hey man, shoot, that Simi Fehoko, he's out there. He's balling, y'all. He's doing his magical things. And then he was just on a podcast with my guy Kelvin Gray. Great guy. High expectations for this offseason to see him get out there and do those magical things, right? He said he's a big body wide receiver. He loves what the coaching staff is doing now, and he can't wait to be utilized and used. So we will see whether or not, because this room, you got Jalen Tolbert now. You got Jalen Cropper. You got a lot of Jalens, man. There's only so many Jalens you can have on one team. So Simi, he's going to have to stand tall and say, hey, yeah, y'all Jalens, y'all good and all, but y'all going to need a Simi. You're going to need a Simi on this team. And 81 should look good out there on the field, right? And it's all about mentality. Yes, Spencer, you're right. Shout out to Spencer, man. Appreciate you. Todd Cook, tired of hearing the name Simi. Yep. He's going to have to make his name be known. But he's on a bubble now. He's on a bubble. He's a bubble guy to me. To me, he's a bubble guy because if not, then what we're doing here, collecting all players, right, and waiting for that 5th and 6th year to say, hey, now we're going to give him a chance and opportunity. The Noah Brown plan, But no, he's a bubble guy, right? Who else on the bubble? Ooh. Who else on this offense is a bubble guy? Y'all help me out. Cropper is a solid, yeah. Who else? Y'all help me out. Help a brother out. Todd says he can't get off press, man. You're going to have to figure it out. And put the man in motion, spread him around. It's too soon to say Turpin, right? It's too soon to say that. He's the only one at this point. And they can't say Matt Walesko. Oh, is it Joshua Ball? Is it Joshua Ball? Michael Martin, Dak is on the bubble. Sean McEwen is on the bubble. Now y'all helping me out good. So Sean McEwen, appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all to the star and back, right? To the stars and back, basically. All right, who else? Joshua Ball, right? Although the front office loved Josh Ball, but, he got to be at this point if he can't get out there on the field. Matt Walesko is still too soon to say he's a bubble guy. He's the second year. I think all second-year guys get a little grace and mercy, just like Jalen Tolbert. He get a little grace and mercy. He's going into his second year. It took, and I hate to say this, it took T.O. 3 years before he started to shine. right? It took Devontae Adams at least 4 years before he even did anything. Rico Dowdle, I can give you that. Cedric, appreciate you. Come on, man. Y'all rolling with it now. Malik Davis, it's his second year, so I don't look at him as a bubble guy. Rojo, he could be a casualty of war. If you got younger guys out there that's giving a lot, I don't think that they will have a long rope for him. If I can use that saying right there, I don't think that they will have a long rope. So, yeah. And let me talk about Dak Prescott right quick. We can talk about that, right? Y'all okay? We can just go ahead and go to the other topic right here. Dak Prescott, DeAndre Hopkins. He came out with he was on the Paper Route podcast. Shout out to Brandon Marshall and Ashley. They were going over, like a Q&A interview. And in that interview with DeAndre Hopkins, they asked where you would like to go, what quarterbacks you would like to play with, and these sorts of things. And by him saying that and going through all of that, let me see if I can pull up the audio. And this will shorten it up, so we won't have to go through all of this.
You just brought up quarterbacks.
All right, we're going to – can y'all see that? Y'all can't see it yet. Hold on. That's the Law Nation sound effects right there. Let's listen to it right quick.
What are some of the quarterbacks out there, if you had a list, you say these are some dope quarterbacks that I would love to throw me the ball the second
y'all hear
part
that?
of my career?
Oh, that's a good question. I would have to say one of my favorite quarterbacks that I've been watching since he came in the league is Josh Allen. Josh Allen, he reminds me of an old school or of a new school Andrew Luck. And I love Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. Man, he's Houston kid, your dog, Jalen.
Before I go any further, boy, my goodness, man, you guys wouldn't allow me to sleep when that came out. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, who represent the Eagles, they was like, Law, man, Law, because I truly believe I got about 30,000 Eagles fans over here. You know what I'm saying? We got 100,000 subscribers, but at least 30,000 of y'all are Eagles fans because y'all here every day, and no shade upon the Eagles crew. But, man, y'all let me know before I can even wake up this morning. You know what I'm saying? And when he said Jalen Hurts, number 2, man, y'all done lost y'all cotton picking mind, man. Y'all done hit me up left and right talking about, hey, fly, Eagles, fly. It's to the land of no victory, If I lose all of the Eagles followers over here, they had to take the plaque back. You know what I'm saying? They would say literally, hey, man, YouTube will reach out to me and they would say, hey, man, we want the plaque back, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have 100,000 subscribers, So I feel y'all, you know what I'm saying? They would literally, YouTube would send me a letter talking about give us the plaque back, But God dog, man, look, DeAndre Hopkins is a really good dude. He played in the Houston area, so he got Houston kind of vibes. Jalen Hurts, a Houston guy, right? So this friends list doesn't mean that, hey, all of a sudden Jalen Hurts is the second best or the best quarterback in the National Football League. It doesn't mean that Joshua Allen is the best quarterback known to man. Come on, man. This is this man preference list, and there's no hate, Come on. But let's get back to the audio,
Number 3. Who I would love to have a ball thrown by, Patrick Mahomes, obviously.
Ooh,
Number 4, I'm gonna have to go with. I gotta go with the underdog, man. The people, not a lot of people respect this guy, but as a throwing quarterback, Lamar Jackson, obviously. And number 5.
Watch you go.
Number 5. That's a good one. That's a good question. Number 5.
Dak Prescott?
I like Dak Prescott.
Any of these young rookie quarterbacks stand out to you? Do you want to catch a ball from a young player? Are you past that point in your career? Like some guys out there.
Yeah, I'm past that point in my career. But I heard that the quarterback we got from Houston is pretty good. I like him. My grandfather was sending me his highlights on YouTube. But my number 5 quarterback, man, because there's some good quarterbacks out there that's young and good. I'm gonna have to go with my dude in San Diego or the Chargers.
Herbert.
I'm gonna have to
Justin
go with
Herbert.
man.
Justin Herbert.
All right, so wait, hold up. And bless her heart. You know, when you lead in the witness, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Let that man think. You know, here, hold on, let me see if I go right here. Yeah, that face right there. You know, they said Dak Prescott. You know, let that man do his own list. You know what I'm saying? You know, so the man that did all of the things of saying, let me go through his list. The same hesitancy that he had when he made his 3rd selection was the same hesitancy he had when he made his 5th selection. Go back and look at DeAndre Hopkins' hesitations when he said, oh, you got to add in Pat Mahomes. So when he dip, dodge, duck, dip again, dodgeball theory, you know, when he did that, he was pretty much trying to formulate in his mind who would be the other guy. And keep this in mind. He was right here in Dallas, down the street in Dallas with my guy Dez Bryant, right? And one thing that we know for sure, 2 things for certain. The Cowboys, when they going to get a veteran guy, they are not finna give you the sun nor the moon. They may say, hey, we got some bushes over here. We got some trees. But the most you're going to get, maybe an end of a coffee table, but we're not finna break the bank for you. No. So even if he yelled out Dak Prescott won, it would never happen. Not like that. It would have had to go roll down a whole nother avenue. Look, Hurts season. Dak top 50. Hurts top 25. This is from Lake. Shout out to all of those guys that's been following the channel. Yeah, I feel y'all, you know. Not if you want to get paid or be paid. I think that right now you're looking for a situation to get your coin. Look, Odell Beckham, they paraded Odell Beckham all through Dallas. They did everything but give him the key. I think they did give him a key. They took that brother to the football game, basketball game. I even seen him took him to a hockey game. You know what I'm saying? They took Odell Beckham everywhere, right? But when it was time to pay that money, he was like, shh. We like our guys, man. They are not finna pay some crazy cash for that. And it got to the point that with Brandon Cooks, the only reason why that deal done fell all the way through is because the Texans paid a piece of it. They wouldn't have, look, if Texans said, nah, dog, we will give you him, but you're going to have to pay it all. Shoot, look, Brandon Cooks wouldn't even be here. He wouldn't have even got a chance nor an opportunity to be here. So that's just how that go. So just like the other day, you notice where we played. Let me see if I can go down my list right here. I hope I can go down this list right here. When I played this right here, let me see if I can find it. It's somewhere around here, baby. Yeah, y'all just bear with me, boy. I've been working over here. Here we go.
To me, as they come into the league and stuff, this is a guy that's younger than me, CeeDee Lamb.
That is a shocker to me.
I like CeeDee Lamb a lot. That's the one that
no disrespect to CeeDee Lamb, but I'm shocked.
Yeah, and when I'm picking it, I'm not picking it off of just the most attractive and what people want to hear. And if you watch the way CD plays, and I think he's going to keep growing. And I talked to him this offseason a couple of times, and I said, bro, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep staying on what you're on right now, because this is going to give you the type of credit and respect that you deserve moving forward. You just got to keep doing it, put something behind it. He reminded me of myself a lot as far as the way he moves, and I feel like at that point when I was, you ask him, he'll tell you he likes where he's at with his game right now. And I feel like he's getting that 2018 maybe Tay respect right now.
Right.
And the more he continues to do and gets better, he's going to get a lot more respect. And then it's so many other guys too.
So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone that's listening right now, it doesn't mean that Tay saying that A.J. Brown is trash. It doesn't mean that Tay is saying that the Slim Reaper is trash. But according to the Eagles fans' logic, just because DeAndre Hopkins left out Dak Prescott, Dak Prescott must be trash. God, no. Come on, man. But that logic and that thinking and that level of thoughts, once you lean forward just a little bit, it's going to hurt just a little bit right there. Get out of here. Go to your room. Daddy talking. Here's the thoughts of this. On that list, also, when the panel, Brandon Marshall, Ashley, when they asked Dak Prescott, this doesn't mean that that DeAndre Hopkins is taking a dump on Trevor Lawrence. Is taking a dump on Joe Burrows. Doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that at all, ladies and gentlemen. It don't mean that. So when you start to think about it and contextualize it all, and when you tell the story, tell it all. Because what the 4-letter and the 3-letter network will say, and that's what I think I did post this one, though. Let me see if I can go all the way back up to the top of my Twitter. I've been active a little bit on Twitter. And I said, did DeAndre Hopkins leave Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence off the quarterback list as well? Or was it just Dak Prescott? Here's the truths of it all, ladies and gentlemen, those who are listening right now. The 4-letter, the 3-letter network, they need clicks. They need people to click on their videos for views. So they're going to literally say, hey, DeAndre Hopkins, he's throwing shade, salt, dirt at Ray Dakota Prescott, which that's not the case nor the scenario at all, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, y'all. If that's the case, the article in the headline should say, hey, DeAndre Hopkins is throwing shade, dirt, insult at Trevor Lawrence. Oh, excuse me, Joe Burrows as well. But people have their antics, right? And people have their logic. It's just crazy. C. Bass says Cooper Rush won versus Burrows. The team, the Cowboys, won versus Burrows, but we can look at it from that aspect and say, yeah, man, head to head, yeah. We can go with that logic thinking too. Yeah. Cooper Rush, he's better than Burrows, according to the logical thinking, not of you, Bass, but I know you're speaking in general, collectively. That's how logically people think, right? Or illogically the way people think on the versus battle, right? Hurts never beaten Dak Prescott head to head, right? So with that being said, right, we can all say that, hey, in a situation, hey, Dak Prescott's better than Hurts based off of those logic. Or we can say in the playoff game, Jimmy Garoppolo is undefeated versus Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not better than Jimmy Garoppolo, right? Jimmy Garoppolo in the last 5 to 6 years have a better playoff record than Aaron Rodgers. So therefore, Jimmy Garoppolo is better than Aaron Rodgers, right? That's how sometimes people will sound when they're doing these, hey, playoff things, right? Yep. See, Bass, see what I'm saying? Yeah, me and you on the same wavelength. Yeah. So, I mean, let's go. I got my guy, Brandon Ross, who would say, 2-4 Dak Prescott. 2-4 Dak Prescott. Yeah. Michael Jordan was 1-9 before Scottie Pippen got here, right? in the playoffs, right? So were there a Brandon Ross that was going out there for even MJ and say, hey, man, you know, he's 1-9. He's 1-9, MJ, man. He's 1-9. He can't get it. You know, is that terrible? Is that terrible logic thinking that you can literally say that greatness exude greatness, but also you need help around said player, right? You need things to be placed around them, you know? Yeah. Gregory says Eli Manning, the real GOAT, 2-0 versus Brady with their analogy. Yeah, come on, baby. We can go on and on and on. We can do this for hours, baby. Yes, indeed. Yeah. And that's just how it goes. That's how it goes. When we here's how the goalposts. This is how goalposts be moved with the Cowboys. Oh, man, the Cowboys never got a chance to beat Tom Brady. Man, Tom Brady is undefeated when he plays the Cowboys. Oh, and also on the road, the Cowboys haven't won in 30 years on the road in playoff game. We go up there and beat Tampa Bay, and then all of a sudden, Brady's old, man. He's old, man. Methuselah, he's older than Methuselah, man. You know, he put Methuselah to shame, man. You know, we can't win for losing. If we lost, they would have said, hey, man, the Cowboys just can't beat the old man. When we win, hey, man, he's old. Which way it is. They keep moving the goalposts, man. Watch, the accident waiting to happen. Put it like this season, around this time, it's the perfect time, right? Because there will be people saying that the Cowboys won't make the playoffs, man. They ain't going to win over 6 games. They're not going to win over 7 games. They would be lucky if they win 8 games. Then the moment we win 6 or 7 games, then they move the goalposts a little bit further back. You know, every time. And that's just how it is. Unfortunately, being a Cowboy fan, you will always have those things, right? It's just what it is, you know. and until we get into those deep playoff runs and win a Super Bowl, guess what? I'm old enough to remember, even on after winning a Super Bowl, that those same set of circumstances from the naysayers will still be there. Right? Anybody can run behind that offensive line, right? Oh, man, Emmitt Smith, he's good and all, but anybody could run behind that offensive line, you know? But then when Emmitt held out 2 games and they put somebody else back there, it wasn't the case nor the scenario. And now they have amnesia to it, and no one remembered that, right? When Emmitt had to take some games off or what have you, or some series off, and the opposing team were coming back, they said, you know what, Emmitt, even with that bum shoulder, can you get out there and seal off for this game from the Giants, right? But no, anybody could do that, right? That's just how it goes, man. It is. When you are a Cowboy fan, not a casual, you gonna have to fight not just the 4-letter, the 3-letter network. You're gonna have to fight other Cowboy fans. It's just how it is. And plus those who kind of like wee woo, you know, that blows with the wind. And then you got to remind them, hey, the set of circumstances of where we are at is because even the ownership. You think that by us not winning in 27 years, don't you think that Jason Garrett had a piece of that? At least 13 years out of 27, he was here in some capacity. And before that, we had how many years we had with Dave Campo? It had to be at least 3 years. But at some point, those things are all considered excuses. And I couldn't find a single chart line of those boys the moment they left the Cowboys as people beating down the door for them to get head coaching opportunities. Oh, my goodness. He had his job too long. But then all of that is under the same umbrella. People are still blaming what Jason Garrett done did since he was here, and they poured that upon Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, we all gave that brother a mulligan, right? His first year in the pandemic, and people were ready to get rid of him in the pandemic, right? You know, even I said, you know what? 2020 is a cuss word, basically. Let's see what he do after 2020. The dude went 12-5, 12-5 as a head coach here, and people are still saying he's on the hot seat. Man, come on, man. I can't make this stuff up, man. Don't y'all know what the New York or the New Jersey Jets would do right now to be in our shows? Come on, man. Don't y'all know exactly, even though the Cincinnati Bengals been having 2 back-to-back good seasons, they would still love to be where we are at, 12-5, 12-5. Even them, even with Joe Burrows, would love to say, you know what, that fan base over there and how they're winning in these last 2 years, shoot, we'll take some of that too, even though they've been further. But that's a story of a whole nother day. Man, oh man. Let's see if I can find this other audio, man. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in and being part of these episodes. And you know what the craziest thing? The craziest thing of it all, the Chargers. The Chargers. What makes them such a great team? Can somebody explain to me what the Chargers have done in these last 2 to 3 years that's been so spectacular? What's their record versus the Cowboys, by the way? Can somebody tell me that head-to-head matchup? And can somebody spit out the numbers and all of the other things that they present of why they're such a juggernaut of a team, you know, and what have they been doing lately? Because as of lately, the Chargers, they get all type of goodness, grace, mercy. They get all of those good things, right? It seems as if though they are not choke artists over there, they are not con artists over there. They are a juggernaut of a team. They are the staple piece that everybody need to bring and present. What the Chargers been doing? Let me know. Come on, can somebody help a brother out over here? You know, how many winning seasons that they had? You know, oh, Trev says the Chargers are 0-2 versus the Dallas Cowboys recently. Okay, did Dak Prescott play in those 2 games, right? Or did someone else play in those games? Oh, okay. I think Cooper played in one of those games, right? So you mean to tell me, did Cooper or did the Chargers? Oh, yeah. Can somebody break that down for me? You know what I'm saying? Or what makes that dude such a great guy over there in Chargers land? You know, I just need to know. I want to know. I got to know. Jay Worthy, law, living in Philly all my life, I have to fight. Yeah. LA media favors the LA Chargers. Okay. All right, good. You know, all right, good. I need to know, man. It's the young folks, Law. They don't know better, Law. You know, I appreciate you, man. The Chargers better go all the way to the Super Bowl. The Chargers, let me tell you, the teams that need to go all the way to the Super Bowl, and I let them off the hook last year because everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac climbing out of the grave, of course, Biggie too, was telling me that the Broncos is going to win the Super Bowl last year. Oh, let Russ cook over there. You know, he got weapons, man. If Dak Prescott was half the quarterback Russell Wilson was and all of that stuff, where are they now? Dak played in both. Shout out to you, King. GT, appreciate you. What happened? Russ slept a year off. You know, ESPN is also in L.A. To live and die in L.A., yeah. Law, he got an arm. Yeah. Zach Wilson got an arm too, you know. So where the love affair with Zach Wilson, Zachary Wilson, right? What's the love affair for him, you know? One can argue that Herb, he went into a situation with a presiding nice running back and 2 wide receivers that were really nice, right? And they still there. Brock Purdy and Sam Howell owns y'all. Sit down. Okay? Brock Purdy, I will give you that. But revisionist history shows and tell me that the Dallas Cowboys whooped up Oh, no. I'm thinking about the other Sam guy. Yeah, you're right. Sam Howell. Okay. I'm thinking about the other guy that played for the 49ers. I thought he was a 49er fan. What's the other guy now that played for the Sam Donaldson, right? That was the storyline there. Sam Donaldson. Oh, man, if Dak Prescott can be half of the quarterback of Sam Donaldson, right? In 2019, they won that game. The Jets literally had a parade in New York. Down Fifth Avenue, whatever that may be. And then all of a sudden, he get knocked up and go to the Carolina Panthers. They start off 3-0. Here comes the mighty Panthers. Oh, man, they could do no wrong. And then all of a sudden, that game, can somebody let me know what happened? But everybody, people think that the nation forgot. Everybody was saying, hey, man, the Panthers finna beat down the Cowboys. And it didn't happen. Ford, can you do something for me? All right, let's roll on. Appreciate y'all so much, man. All right, so let's bring up this history right here. It says strange but true. In the last 17 QBs, since they want to do that type of talk and conversations, it says here, can y'all read that? Strange but true. This is from CBS Sports. It says the last 17 QBs to lose their Super Bowl haven't made it back. And these are the guys. Jalen Hurts. Since everybody wanted, is this anecdotal or this is now empirical evidence right here? It goes back to the 17, so it almost damn near empirical. All right, so here are the lists. Joe Burrow, Jimmy Garoppolo, Goff, Matt Ryan, Cam, Colin Cowherd, shout out to him, Rex Grossman, who his numbers, he had like 22, 23 touchdowns, 3,000 yards, very similar to Jalen. But that's a story of another day. All right, and then Hasselback, Donovan McNabb. Who remember that McNabb, baby? Shout out to him. Can y'all read that? Can y'all help a brother out? All right, Jake DeHome. He was the first, my homie. You know what I'm saying? He was over here in Cowboys land for a cup of coffee, and the Panthers end up scooping him up. God dog, we missed that kid over here. All right, Rich Gadding, Kerry Collins. Okay, Steve Air McNair. Shout out to him. Alcorn State University. And who's this other guy? Is that Chris Chandler? Okay. Is that Drew Bledsoe? I gotta lean all the way in. Is that Neil O'Donnell? And okay, Stan Humphrey. So it's hard, y'all. People think it's easy. That Super Bowl hangover is something real, man. Look, egg and beer ain't gonna be able to get this hangover over with. But could somebody screenshot that and repost that on TikTok or Twitter and the Facebook groups and communities? Law, I was at that Jets game. God dog, Riggs. Yeah. 30 years. This is from my guy Link. And 27 teams still haven't caught up. Laugh out loud. Yes, Sheagles. Yes. No doubt. Yesterday, Riggs. I can't take this no more. I'm getting too old for this. I'm tired of burying people with facts. Here's the truth. Hear ye, hear ye. The number one thing would be everyone that's listening, everyone says, hey, man, it's been 27 years, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Your team must be horrid. Your team got to be unsuccessful. And then it hits you. It's been a long time. But shouldn't there be this moment happening? Shouldn't it be a situation? If I didn't, like literally, I'm going to just use someone. Let me use Matt Batten. That's my dog, man. That's my guy. I love Matt Batten. If Matt Batten was a content creator, right? And he started his content creations on this day, May the 23rd, right? 2023. And I stopped posting in 27 years, right? I stopped posting. I stopped doing a single update. And there should be this number if Matt Batten, and I'm just using you as an example, Matt. Let me know if you're okay with this, right? If Matt Batten started his live and started doing YouTube and creating his content, shouldn't there at least be Matt Batten in the next 27 years? At least at 90,000 subscribers, right? He should be at least at 95. For Dog, he should be at 150,000 subscribers, right? But for Matt Batten, since this date and 27 years from now, to only have 10,000 subscribers, that's not catching up, dog. You know what I'm saying? And let's say if there was another Matt Batten, right? That's for the Giants, right? And they had like 55,000 subscribers, right? And let's say, for example, the Washington Matt Batten had 30,000 subscribers. Shouldn't he at least be past them first before he can say, hey, man, I'm catching up with Law. Dog, you haven't caught up with the Washington team yet. Don't y'all see where I'm going with this analogy right here? Like they haven't even caught up with the Washington tape, nor that they caught up with the Giants tape, but they trying to catch up with the Law. Come on, man, this is just crazy, man. Priorities, man. The priorities wrong, man. But I did a video that got me 100,000 views. But hey, yeah, that's cool and all. Yeah, you got your 10 subs, out of it. But have you caught up with the Washington yet? But no, but you haven't did anything in 27 years. Well, catch up. Catch up. I ain't talking about the condiment. Catch up.
Over to DeAndre Hopkins, who apparently is not the biggest fan of Dak Prescott. Brandon Marshall just having to get this question at the end. And it worked, because we're talking about it here on the home of America's team, D-Hop, who has flirted with the entire league, especially the Cowboys. And then he goes, who said I wanted to leave? Yeah. Who? It's weird. Who said that? Who's creating this narrative in the media? Well, then he went and listed the top 5 quarterbacks that he would have throwing him the ball before he ends his career.
One of my favorite quarterbacks that I've been watching since he came in the league is Josh Allen. He reminds me of an old school or of a new school Andrew Luck. Jalen Hurts, Houston kid, your dog Jalen. Number 3, who I would love to have a ball thrown by. Patrick Mahomes, obviously. Number 4, I'm gonna have to go with. I got to go with the underdog, man. The people, not a lot of people respect this guy, but as a throwing quarterback, Lamar Jackson, obviously. And number 5,
Dak Prescott.
I like Dak Prescott.
Any of these young rookie quarterbacks stand out to you? Do you want to catch a ball from a young player? Are you past that point in your career? Like some guys out there.
Yeah, I'm past that point in my career. But my number 5 quarterback. Man, I'm gonna have to go with my dude at San Diego or the Chargers.
Herbert.
I'm gonna have to go
Justin
with
Herbert.
Man.
Justin Herbert.
All right, so that was the list.
Pulling teeth, man.
Josh Allen. Well, Peyton did a good job of cutting it out. It was more painful to listen to. Allen, Hurts, Mahomes.
Let's hear their perspective.
Man, talk about the underdog story. A guy who doesn't get any respect, Bobby Belt, is Lamar Jackson, and then he came with Herbert.
MVP.
As Brandon Marshall tried to get more likes and hits, and he probably did by bringing up Dak's name.
I like Dak Prescott.
Noticeably absent from this list.
Man, leave Ashley alone.
Joe Burrow.
Yes, Joe Burrow. I love Lamar Jackson, but you can't put Lamar Jackson ahead of Joe Burrow. This is what it is. This is just like I really wish. I hate when athletes just pick their friends. That's all to play with.
Here's my favorite thing. It was at RJ's email with this story. Did DeAndre Hopkins Hopkins picked Dak as one of the 5 quarterbacks he wants to catch passes from? Ha ha ha! No, don't be silly.
Let's not be silly here.
It hurts when you don't get picked by the team. When you're trying to lobby to get over there this offseason and the team's like, yeah, we'll pass.
Man, that's a mouthful of what Bobby just said. It do absolutely hurt when you lobby for a team and they don't even bring you in for considerations. They don't even have like the mock training thing that they are literally saying we like him too and we bringing him in. So that do. And I'm not, look, the dust haven't settled yet, right? There's a long off season. There are tribulations that will come around the corner. It's there. It's waiting for you. If you think everything is good right now, old folks say either you in a storm or you're coming out of one, right? And if you think you're having a bad day, just live a little longer. Old folks be right with this stuff, man. In OTAs, training camp, may I knock on some wood over here, there will be someone not making it. Someone that you really love that will not make it. I'm not wishing this on any of the players that play in the National Football League. And I'm going to say this before I lose my mind. The NFL totally out there got doggone mind having the Super Bowl. Not the Super Bowl, but the draft in Wisconsin. You're like, come on, man. Nobody want to go away to Green Bay. But there are people, Northerners, right? That say, hey, man, this is a good opportunity. But, man, it's going to be hard to find some flights to fly all the way up there. But that's a whole nother storyline. But there are things that happen in that way. I just had to throw that in, right? Had to throw that in. All right, so B. Marshall Stargazer says, B. Marshall likes Dak, did a whole mantra about him. Yeah, I feel you on that. If you can, send me that mantra, Stargazer, and I would love to see that. Now, Law, it hurts them to be last when they think they're in first. Delusional Eagle fans. This is, Jay Worthy. I would literally give the utmost respect to them if they understand the order, right? They got to at least beat Washington, beat them out. And then they got to beat the Giants. We the final boss. If the Giants had the energy the Eagles had, we would clearly understand. We would literally say, you know what? Hey, that pressure is hot because they win one more, they tied with us, man. Hey, front office, tighten up. Hey, front office, get it together. Right? But have you ever noticed those who on the bottom, man, like to yell at those up at top? It's just crazy how it is. We need a kicker. This is from the Waltcast. Appreciate you. Yeah, we do need a kicker. Yes, we do. Yes, indeed. We do need a kicker. If I'm a betting man, knowing that they're going to go veteran, it's going to be either Robbie Gold. Was it Roby or Robbie? It's the Gold kid from the 49ers. Or Mason Crosby. Both of those guys done cost us, some games. I would just pick up both of them. It'll be a sudden death situation. And I'll bring back the other guy, that we had on our team last year. They couldn't make the short kicks. I think that's where they're going to go. Let me see if I can play the end of this snippet of audio.
Her feelings get involved and they start saying ridiculous things like Lamar Jackson is above Dak.
We could. Well, he is.
Picking Lamar to throw the football to you
over Joe Burrow.
Over Joe Burrow.
I mean, he's got to show up to OTAs to get the work in with you to even begin to develop that relationship.
He still hasn't shown up.
Nope, didn't show up to OTAs this week.
Interesting. That's
yeah.
Not good.
How do you feel about that, Chop?
They said he's coming. He missed the first day.
He missed the rookies. He missed he missed school. He missed homework classes.
Well, that would be important if they had a new offensive coordinator.
It would. Yeah.
Luckily, they don't.
They do.
Oh.
They do.
Yeah. See, that's bad on Lamar. He should have been there. New coordinator, you got to be there. Regular coordinator, you don't have to be there. New coordinator, you got to be there.
So there's D-Hop with his list.
These player lists, look.
The player lists are terrible unless your guy's on there.
No, he could have put Dak on there, and I would have been like, oh, that's great. But I mean, the player lists are terrible. Like generally, guys are watching tape of corners and things like that. Guys will tell you routinely around the league, I don't know names. I know numbers.
Appreciate your stargazing. Thank you for your support.
They're prepping for stuff each week, watching tape, going into meetings, getting numbers called out. And so they don't always have the fullest grasp.
That statement by Jerry Jones is Dak. No doubt. Let me see if I can.
Ashley, not only can I co-sign this statement by Jerry Jones, I will actually go out on a limb and say that Dak Prescott is actually a great quarterback. Let me ask you guys a question. Drew Brees, is he good or great?
If you ask me,
yeah,
Drew Brees is a great quarterback.
He's great.
Tom Brady.
Well, was a great quarterback. He retired.
Tom Brady.
The greatest.
Great.
The greatest, so great.
The GOAT.
What about Ben Roethlisberger?
He showed signs of greatness.
I'm going to say he was a good quarterback.
Okay, let's say he's good, maybe a tweener.
Man,
in between.
Roethlisberger got two of them, man.
Sometimes. There were glimpses of greatness in there.
Okay.
Roethlisberger.
So can we do this,
We're
right?
slagging that thing,
'cause I just, there's a lot of chatter around Dak Prescott. And sometimes, we look at 1 year or a couple of games and we say, this guy's not good enough, right? Even, one of our co-hosts here, Shady McCoy, legendary rant, went viral. He's ass. And I respect that. I understand what Shady was saying as far as throwing picks. We know that. Look, ball security is job security, yours and mine. If you turn the ball over, we have no chance of winning.
True.
But when we compare Dak Prescott to these quarterbacks that we said were great, and then one quarterback that's probably in between good and great, then his numbers don't lie. Let's look at it. Throw it back up, please, Manderville. Dak Prescott's a great quarterback. This is through 7 seasons, 2,100 yards, 21 plus 100 completions, 24,000 plus yards through the air, 166 touchdowns, 65 interceptions. Look at Drew Brees, the great Drew Brees. Do y'all not remember the second half of his career? Is like every other year, every other game, Drew Brees.
Man. Shout out to, man, they didn't even have to do this episode. God. Dog, this is some good stuff right here. I love the way when you hear it from other people breaking it down. My thing is, and I said this the same thing, man, and I know I'm going to go into 1 year out of the other. I was saying the same argument even with Tony Romo. You pick up Sean Payton and you put him with Tony Romo, and you pick up Drew Brees and you put him with Jason Garrett. You guys would literally be looking at Drew Brees the same way you looked at Tony Romo, right? A guy that keep getting hurt, a guy that put up good numbers, but when they get down to the playoff time, they just don't take you over the edge. We fail to realize that even the coach, Mike Tomlin, there's for the Steelers, There's not people that would say, give me Jason Garrett over Mike, There's not literally anyone that would literally say, give me Sean Payton over Jason Garrett. Give me Bill Belichick over Jason Garrett. All three of those guys literally got, I think for sure, Mike Tomlin, I don't think he had even one losing season. If so, he only had one, right? And Roethlisberger got 2 rings with both regimes, right? He had one with the other coach and now one with Tomlin. Tomlin is a damn good coach, and he's a coach and teacher of man. All right, and we all know Bill Belichick resume, but this is good. Shout out to you, Stargazer. Let me hear the rest of it for context, and let's go.
Brees breaks this record. He breaks that record. Hold on. Stop the game. Drew Brees, come out to the middle of the field. Let's clap for Drew Brees. Drew Brees is the man. Drew Brees is going to go down as one of the most prolific quarterbacks ever. Tom Brady, you just said it. He's the greatest.
The GOAT.
The greatest, the GOAT. Look at him through 7. Ben Roethlisberger, look at him. The only thing that's missing on this chart is Super Bowls. If we want to say that's how we're going to judge our quarterbacks, right? Then then the conversation changes. But to me, I hate what we.
Hey, Choctaw, you ain't lying though. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Even Jimmy Johnson, you're like, look, roll that tape back. Hey man, they got the tape out there. I'm gonna do what I need to do. Why you think that Bill Belichick seek counsel from Jimmy Johnson? You know what I'm saying? But I would say this too. Shout out to you, Choctaw. That's my dog. I would say this as well as a conversational piece. We got Mike McCarthy now. And the legacy, the remaining part of the legacy, because it's been 3 years with Dak Prescott now, right? Regardless of how we look at it. One can argue now that it's been 4 years. But now we can start saying, okay, we need to see tangible things. If not, then he's gone, right? And it will be another quarterback in silver and blue that we can beat up. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes, unfortunately, y'all. And there you go. Kirk Cousins, that's what I wanted to pivot back to. Someone says that Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins, a.k.a. Kirk Cousins. Don't you guys know that the original Kirk Cousins was Matthew Stafford? Can somebody try to out-debate me with that? Don't you guys know that Matthew Stafford was picked up and put on a team with a vision, with defense, with a purpose, with weapons, and he no longer had that stench, that smell, that residue of not performing in the playoffs? He would get all of the credits, right? He would get the credits. 50 years from now, they will remember Stafford probably a little bit more than everybody on that Rams defense outside of Aaron Donald. Why? Because he got the ring. Don't you know if you could have did the exact same thing, if Kirk Cousins was picked up and put on the Rams under that particular philosophy and system and scheme, he himself would have a Super Bowl ring. So, Law, where are you going with this? Well, what I'm going with this is you always going to be revered or looked upon when you get it done as relates to your complete team in the playoff winning the Super Bowl. To that degree, we can go down the history line and go line for line on all of the quarterbacks that won the chip. And we can see that they, at some moments, or in most moments, were not even considered elite, great, or just above average. Yeah, Kelvin says, yeah, Joe Flacco, for example, right? People fail to realize that defense was nice. Yeah. Let's go. Let's Trent Difford. Ooh, just hit him with the facts after facts. Facts are so good, man.
We do in media where we take our guys and we put them on a pedestal, then we tear them down because they have one bad game or a couple bad games or one bad year or not even a bad year, just a difficult year. Dak Prescott is on his way to having a Hall of Fame career. You can't tell me otherwise. The numbers just told me everything, right? So, Ashley, for me, Dak Prescott is not only a good quarterback, he's a great quarterback.
You don't need to tell me that.
Somebody had the audacity to say that the Vikings team was just as good on defense as the Rams. Come on, man. Send what you had, man, smoking over here, man. We just want to just take a sample of it, man. The address is in the description box, man. Send that over here, man. God, dog. No, come on, man. Where my guy at, man? Hey, man, come on, man. Where you at?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Let me listen to this, right?
I've been saying it. Listen, I've been a Dak Prescott supporter, Dak Prescott fan. I will say this, though. I think Dak needs to show that greatness when it means the most, and I think that's been the biggest critique of him in his career is that I'm a firm believer that when you are great at something, when you have the talent, it doesn't come and go. It's always there.
Yeah,
it just doesn't show up. Are you able to tap into that and harness it when you need it the most?
Right.
Dak does not forget how to play football. It's always there. There are circumstances, there are situations that arise that maybe he doesn't look the best, under the best light, I should say, but his skill set is always there. Let's just go ahead and leave it like that. So when I say that it's unfair to go ahead and put the trials and tribulations of a season.
Trials and tribulations.
Infinite amount of things that can go wrong on one singular person. And I get it. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Dak Prescott's the leader of that ship. He goes down with the ship. The captain goes down with its ship, right? So when things go wrong, who's the first person you look at? The quarterback. When things go right, who's the first person that you look at? The quarterback.
That's right.
The biggest
Let me give them a like for this, man.
Flaw, rather, in Dak Prescott. And it's a legit one, so I can't go ahead and argue with that, is that greatness that you see in the regular season, those comeback wins, that ability to go ahead and figure out those clutch wins, rather. Last drive, 60 seconds on the clock, Dak Prescott leads them to victory. You don't see that when the wins mean the most. You don't see that in the playoffs. And that's the biggest critique of him. So
that's objective.
There is room for him to take that greatness to the next level. And he has to take it to the next level because although his numbers match up with the names that we just saw, his accolades don't match up with the names that we just saw.
True.
And unfortunately, in the NFL, just like in the NBA, when you talk about why LeBron isn't the GOAT, why? It's because he doesn't have as many rings as Jordan.
Right.
When you talk about Dak Prescott and you rank him against a Patrick Mahomes or you rank him against some of the other quarterbacks that have come before him, the biggest knock is that he hasn't gone ahead and done it when it meant the most.
This is a good topic, man. Stargazer, you done changed the whole show up. And we supposed to be talking OTAs, but we can talk about this one though. When it matters the most, those names that we just mentioned, how many times do we go back and forth every year and we talk about coaching matters, coaches matter? You got to have coaches putting people in right places, right spots, right moments. You got to strategize. You got to be the sharpest knife in the drawer. You got to make sure that you hate losing more than you love winning, right? However that saying goes, but you got to have that, man. You hate to lose, right? More than you love to win. Dwayne Brown says that's Dak only downfall. He has to show greatness when it means the most. She's spot on. That is spot on. I mean, she got the flames over here. You know what I'm saying? I bet you she was spitting all of that good stuff. Had to take the jacket off. She didn't want to commit to taking the jacket all the way off, but she just pulled it down from the shoulders because she was spitting so much flames, right? So when you spitting flames like that, let me say this. Let me retort over here. I truly believe when people say no excuses, and they keep saying no excuses for our team, but they leave out the other teams. Meaning that what was Josh Allen's excuse? Why he couldn't exhibit and exude greatness all the way? What was Justin Herbert's excuse or reason why he couldn't exude and exhilarate their team all the way? Right? Oh, excuse me. What was Kirk Cousins? Daniel Jones, right? But what matter of fact, what were the excuses poured upon the team of the Green Bay Packers, a back-to-back MVP quarterback, right? That guy who throws every ball perfectly, who literally had the best wide receiver in the National Football League, who that season in 2021 had the third-ranked defense in the National Football League. What were their excuses? How come that there's 31 teams out there, 32 teams collectively, but it's only one team that we got to say no excuses for number 4, right? No excuses. Like, why is that situation and scenario a thing there, right? So let me explain this to you guys. Based upon the information that we received today, when people literally say the argument for the Eagles that they have the best offensive line, they have the best defensive line, right? Do y'all agree? let me switch over here. Do y'all agree? For the Eagles fans that say they have the best offensive line, they have the best wide receiver last year, they had the best defensive backs, they had the best defensive linebackers. What ultimately was their excuse of not lifting up that Lombardi trophy? There was only 2 quarterbacks that lift up a trophy that night, right? Y'all know I'm finna hit them with this one. Pat Mahomes and Dak Prescott. There was only 2 quarterbacks that lift up a trophy that night. You know, what was their excuses of Jalen Hurts not being able to lift up that trophy? Because I'm keep hearing that, hey, there's no excuses. What was their excuses of their defensive line who had the most sacks, the most pressure? They got a guy by the name of Hassan Reddick that's light years ahead of Parsons. That's what they say. They said he was better than Parsons. They said also that juggernaut of the ability to create pressure from the inside. Why that they couldn't get a single hand, a thumb, a sack on Patrick Mahomes? Why, when I look up that game, I see 0 in that column when they supposed to have the best, and the man was running around with one leg? What was the excuse in that particular game? What was it? I need to know. I want to know. What was the excuses for all of those other teams? Because people know the excuse for the Dallas Cowboys. They keep saying, Law, you keep making excuses for Dak Prescott. Whenever I point out the obvious, right? When I point out that Jason Garrett was here, when I point out that we had a guy that had an offspring, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he literally made it with Scott Linehan, and they had a baby, and his name was Gallimore. And we were expecting the expectations for him to win a Super Bowl. Brian says the grass is grass fault, man. The grass was slippery.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Come on, get that laugh, Hey, this is the craziest thing, you know. And I know Brian, that's my guy, man. He's a Cowboy fan. But here's the thing, here's the truth, though. It was only slippery, you know what I'm saying, for the Eagles. It wasn't slippery for the Chiefs, you know. It was good grip for the Chiefs, you know, but it was slippery. You know, back it up, heydays, boy. You know, you talk to this girl, she said, boy, you better watch out. It's slippery when wet, you know. You know what I mean? Hey, it was just slippery when wet. So it only got wet when the Eagles was out there. Oh my gosh, man, I can't make this stuff up. Slippery when wet, you know, only when the Eagles on the field. So that's what it was, you know.
Doesn't have a Super Bowl. He doesn't have a ring, which is a fair critique. It's not the only criteria of what makes somebody great. But in a league, in a sports league, a multi-billion-dollar business, as you love to constantly remind us.
That's right, 16 billion.
It is about wins. And it is about wins
but here,
that mean the most.
But on the other side of
Super Bowls.
But on the other side of the argument, okay, let's look at Ben Roethlisberger. He won 2, right? Mm-hmm. Defense. He won as a rookie year. There was Jerome Bettis running up and down the field, playing defense.
But what did I just say?
You look at Drew Brees. Drew Brees, absolutely. But there's an argument that Drew Brees, with all the records he broke, he underperformed because he should have had 3 or 4 Super Bowls.
Well, what did I say? When things go right, it's the quarterback. When things go wrong, it's also the quarterback.
Right.
The Super Bowl is not reliant on just Dak Prescott. There's a lot of things that have to go right for them to win. Man, but a lot of the responsibility falls on his shoulders.
Tom Brady
got Bill Belichick and a lot of great players. And look,
Shout out
Tom Brady
Tyler.
is the GOAT. Tom Brady is the greatest.
Can't take
But
away
come on,
from
let's
it,
not
yeah.
get it twisted.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, let's look at what Dak Prescott got to work with. Dak Prescott, what's his name? Jason Garrett? As
Yo,
head
my
coach?
gosh.
Jason Garrett, are you kidding me? And then on the defensive side, that defense just starts stopping people. Just 2 years ago when Dak Prescott, before he snapped his ankle, Dak Prescott, they were throwing for damn near, they had almost averaging 500 yards in total offense a game.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Win.
But because of that defense, you remember the defense,
Right.
the one kid, hold on. Yeah, I had one kid, I forget the safety's name. He was like, what did he say? He said something crazy. He said, yeah, we don't give effort on every play. You remember that kid?
Oh yeah, Xavier.
Like, what? That's
Xavier.
what Dak Prescott got to work
Xavier
with. Come
Woods,
on, man.
man.
Open our eyes. Let's peel back the layers. I hate that just surface level talk when we talk football. It's easy to look at a number and say, oh, he threw 9 picks or whatever it is, and now he's saying he trash. Come on.
Listen, I am a firm believer in this ideology and this narrative. I agree with you, but as much as I would like to exist solely in that space, wins matter, and wins that are conducive towards winning a Super Bowl matter. And Dak Prescott, love him. I wouldn't want any other quarterback. I have been a Dak Prescott fan since he put on the jersey
It
and
is,
took
sister.
over from Tony Romo.
hold on,
And
what
it
you
was
said, you
hard
don't
for
want no
me
other
because I loved Tony Romo. It was hard for
Let's
me
play
that
a game.
trip.
Let's play a game. Hold on. We're going to make Ashley real
No,
uncomfortable
we're
right now.
not
Yes,
doing
we are.
that.
So right now,
Don't do it.
there's a trade. Let me see. Where's our Adam Schefter?
I'm not doing
Our
this.
insider. Oh, shit. There's a trade, a potential trade brewing. Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott swap. Would you want Aaron Rodgers?
She might not say yeah. Oh shit,
Obviously,
she's
I would
smiling.
take Aaron. Like, come on
She's
now.
smiling.
Aaron Rodgers?
She's
That's
smiling.
not even a fair comparison.
You better stop.
It's
You better
Aaron
stop.
Rodgers,
I'm going to take this
obviously.
back because I know you.
Let me stop her right quick. Let me bring this up right quick. Ooh. Got a super chat, man. Jay SoCal, man. He says, that's BS. Dak has nothing to prove. Just need better weapons on offense. He retired Tom Brady, and he had a great performance. Yes, he did. So when we start talking about measurements, right, and we start talking about my guy over here on this panel, we all know what the creme de la creme is. You know, I see an Eagles fan that's in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Number 24, you know. Let me know if you follow these guys. I don't know all. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4? I think it's 4 Eagles guys. But let's listen to what they had to say. And let me know. Because this from my guy Ernie. He says Eagle fans will say Dak Prescott suck. And then turn around and say it would be a huge weight off of their shoulders if they could beat Cowboys Dak. All right, let's listen to this right quick. Let's listen to this. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, Dallas is tough too. Dak always kills us. So if he's healthy for week. Dak always kills us. So
yeah, that fucker, he always does it too. Yeah.
Week 9 against Dallas, 4:25 p.m. We got, if we have Hurts and they have Dak, it would only be their second time playing against each other. In the first game, Hurts got beat pretty bad. 2021, we lost pretty bad against them when Dak and Hurts both played. And then last year, obviously, we had the backup, so didn't happen. That's going to be a tough. I mean, that's like getting a big it's getting a big time weight off our shoulders. Like if we could just beat that team with Dak, I just feel so good about that. Because to be honest, we haven't done it in forever. Since 2019, they haven't beat the Cowboys with Dak Prescott. And we all talk about how he's mediocre and all this, but plays well against us. So we got to go out there and I think we got to go out there and win.
Man, it made that man choke up when telling the truth. The truth shall set you free.
You stupid.
Oh, my gosh, man. I didn't know I was going to have this much fun today, man, talking to y'all, man. Ooh. Hey, this was a real good excerpt right there and a real good conversation for the nation. Hey, man, that's crazy Is that y'all kings over there? Is that y'all content creators over there? That's how y'all speak upon the nation. That's how y'all speak about Rain Dakota Prescott. You know, hey, he sucked, but it'll be great pressure. It'll be a lot of good things that we can feel if we can get that weight off our shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that must be really, really bad to say that that's your franchise and organization. Unless y'all refute. Y'all got 24 hours to call those people out and say, hey, man, they independently, they don't speak for the nation. Oh, my bad, excuse me. They don't speak for Eagles Nation, if there's ever such a thing. They don't speak for all of us, Law. Come on, man. Those 4 guys have independent thoughts, and that's just what that is. So until I see a video, I'm only going to accept the video. So y'all Eagles fans, y'all going to have to send me a video so I can play live on this particular network that y'all don't believe that y'all don't believe all what those guys are saying, and y'all do not agree with those boys that beating Dak Prescott is not taking weight off said shoulder. Y'all got to come with it now. Y'all definitely got to come with it, babe. Come on with it, baby. You know, because that seems, and if no, that is the reality right now. And I'm looking for this other clip. I can't find it, man. If I wasn't looking for it, it'll be here by now. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Hold on. I'm trying to look for the clip right quick, just to be the icing on the cake. But as soon as I find it, ooh, Rubby Hurts, 2 picks a year. Yeah, 7 seasons, 65 INTs. Appreciate you, Fresh King. Yes, indeed. Law is applying the pressure. Yeah, they mad. I didn't know I was going to face a content king over here, man. I thought for sure, man, you know. Oh my goodness, man. Boy, oh boy, man. I love y'all to death, man. But the logical thinking, man. Can I get some more Washington fans in here? Can we get some Giant fans in here? Oh, but we got our Cowboy fans here in the community. Oh, as soon as I find this clip, I'm going to light it up like a Roman candle, man. Oh, man, I tell y'all what. Let me do this. Let me see if I can find it right quick. You guys do me a whole favor. Do me a few favors right here. Just listen to this right quick. I'm going to look it up while y'all watch this.
Nowadays, nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. No, G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the domain just whole team here, might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up, wait till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. No, G's, no, please, no photos. I keep giving game away.
Law Nation, come on.
I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger
roll, baby.
Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest? We might never
Y'all know who the realest is. Come on, don't play around with it.
When they sign you up, try you out and then they line you up.
Ooh.
Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food.
Come on, baby.
Now you're all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled. Boy, get out
God
the way.
dog it, where is it?
Now you're old news. Now you got the pen and
man, I'm gonna have to bring it up tomorrow then. I thought for sure when y'all just remind me, man, to bring it up tomorrow. I can't find it for nothing. But neither here nor there. Cowboy Nation, appreciate everybody for tuning in and joining in to this episode. Come on. Come on. Appreciate each and every last one of you all. Let's do this. Let's give rapid fire, just rapid fire conversations so we can keep this going.
Participants in the conference.
Come on.
The conference has been locked. The conference has been unlocked.
All right, we're going to
participants are muted.
657-390-7391. Hit me up right quick. We got a few more minutes before we roll up out of here, but I want to, y'all keep it short. We'll keep it open for about 15, 20 minutes. Come on. Lost footages, yeah. Oh, you better be glad I can't find it. Ooh, you better be glad. You better be glad I can't find that footage, man. I was looking for it, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to it, man. But you can call in at 657-390-7391. OTAs begin today, and they will be going over a lot of things, man. Hopefully, the media access will be here on Thursday. So be sure to tune in from there, too, as well, Cowboy Nation. Let's keep it quick, y'all. Banks from the 757, man. You live, fam. Talk to me, man.
Law, what's going on, man?
Nothing to it, man. Holla at me, man.
Yeah, man, just getting on, man. You know how people is, man. There's the disrespect that getting, man. I just be like I said, man. I be glad when that took control, man, and get that deep playoff run, man. And even then, he do that. He probably still won't get no respect. And as far as Mike McCarthy, man, I heard Chris Canty, man. Former Cowboy Chris Canty, man, on the show. One day last week, he was talking about that on the hot seat.
Right.
Coaches on the hot seat.
Right. Ooh. Hot seat. Yeah, I didn't hear that episode, man. You're going to have to send it to me, man. Send it to me, man.
Yeah, listen. He had Robert Saleh from the Jets.
Right.
Like this. Every coach he had ahead of that was from 5 to 2 had losing records. He had Mike McCarthy as number 1 on the hot seat.
Damn. I mean, it is what it is. It's we get a good coach over here and we're ready to rush him out, but we get a horrible coach and we say, hey man, he got to go through some growing pains, man. We hold on to him for 5 to 10 years, That's just how it goes. And then we'll try to equate that those two guys are the same. That's the idiotic part of it, But that's just how it goes for Cowboys.
And real quick, and I don't get and this man had 2 back-to-back 12-win seasons, with a playoff win, and he still get it, man. But that's how it is, I guess.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, man. Banks, man. Thank you. Man. No doubt, man. All right, man. We're gonna have to make it quick because I got to bounce. Flying above the rest, man. You're live. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, Law Nation? Cowboys, stand the fuck up and let them hang.
Let them hang, man. To the windows, to the wall.
Sure. Man, so a few people cracked a few jokes a couple months back when I made this comment that I actually shed some tears when Dak broke his ankle.
True.
Like old girl was saying, I've been supporting Dak since day one. The reason why I've always supported Dak is just like, man, we supported the Gabe Romo all the time. Why not support a black quarterback? Not that we got many black quarterbacks that play for the Cowboys. Quincy Carter was the last one, and he won all that. I was support my brother to the end. And that's just how I see it, And the crazy, Dak Prescott is such a good person off the field. Let alone on the field. You don't hear people talk about when he played that he's a big trash talker. Philip Rivers, he was a big trash talker as a quarterback. That don't talk trash on the field too much. That just put his head down and go to work. But the constant disrespect this man gets. He won Walter Payton Man of the Year. And those bullshit Eagles fans was at the damn Super Bowl booing this man. It's like, I just
no doubt. Flying above the rest, man. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you for calling in. No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Good call from a man. Look, I get all of what Dak Prescott do on and off the field. At the end of the day, man, somehow we got to understand that even that list that they showed up, Sean Payton, we also know that Sean Payton, remarkable coach. Oh, Mike Tomlin, remarkable coach. Oh, Bill Belichick, remarkable coach. Jason Garrett, come on, man. So that's the situation. We fail to realize coaching do matter. Coaching do matter. Look, even name me a horrible head coach that won a Super Bowl. Switzer, when he won that Super Bowl, or the team had to literally say that they had to win in spite of Barry. And I'm not saying that Barry Switzer is the end-all be-all here when he was here. But at least he had earned his grain of salt at OU. Just look it up what he was able to do. He had things that he could even pull from. So when we start talking about head coaches and opportunities to get all the way to the big dance, yes, it takes an exact team. Look, Andy Reid, we got to also contextualize the fact that it took him many moons to be the head coach that he is now. But it also took an offensive coordinator to really even the playing field out for him. So it'll be a good measuring year for even Andy Reid to see how his offense would do in bigger games and his coaching ability would do in bigger games. Outside of, hear me out, outside of EB being there. But let's go to this other guy. We got 100 grand with the plan, man. Hey, what's good with you, bro?
Coach, it does matter, man.
It do, man.
You drop Greg Popages up in the Laker land, maybe they would still be in the playoffs. Coach, it matters, people. Coach, it matters. Everybody can't be, the Miami Heat coach.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Can't be a great coach.
You're right. Everybody can't be, man. Everybody can't be Jimmy, but Jimmy Jordan over there, man. He need to change his last name.
Everybody can't be that, man. But you still gotta have that dog in you, and everybody gotta have that dog in you. So according to the Eagles logic, it was Jalen Hurts that lost that Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts shouldn't have got that contract. If that's the logic, Jalen Hurts is trash. He ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing.
I want to say facts, but you know how that go. Appreciate you, man. Hey, Jalen Hurts himself, man. He's a real. See, here's the thing. He's a real good guy. Hey, I'm talking about he will help some ducks cross the street, right, and get hit by a car. And I know may the guy rest in peace who did that this past week. But he's that type of dude, right? Jalen Hurts is that dude. He's a nice guy. But he plays for a despicable team. That's just how it goes.
He's trash. He lost the Super Bowl.
But you talking about on the field? Yeah, appreciate you, dog.
Nothing. That's what I'm talking about. According to the Eagles' logic and everybody's logic, the quarterback gets all the praise, and the quarterback gets all the praise. Jalen Hurts is trash. He hasn't done nothing yet, so I don't know why the Eagles talking about how Jalen Hurts is this and Jalen Hurts is that, and Jalen Hurts and the Eagles done have these many playoffs and all this and that. You ain't done nothing.
Appreciate you 100 grand. Thank you, man, for all that you do, man. May your Heats just do me a huge favor. One more game, man.
Go Heat.
Yeah. Go Heat. Hey, guess what I found out before I let you go?
What's up?
Michael Parsons had a LeBron James, jersey. He was saying we lost because I said, God no, Parsons, that's what happened. So you better make sure Parsons don't wear no Heat jersey tonight. You know what I'm saying? Or next week or beyond. Come on.
Made LeBron contemplate retirement. That boy talking about he might hang it up. Man.
Hey man, you get beat down like that, yeah, he need to retire. Appreciate you 100 grand. Appreciate you, man. Hey man, shout out to Parsons, man. All right, man, we got my guy, man, for the 815, Brandon Ross. You live.
Man, hypocrisy. So, like, if B. Marsh say, man, I love Dak Prescott. Man, we should listen to B. Marsh. But D. Hop may have indicated that he thinks Dak Prescott is terrible. So don't listen.
Wait a minute. He never said that. I give you some extra time, but he never said that. DeAndre Hopkins never said that.
No, I'm tripping. My bad. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about Shannon Sharp. So.
Oh, you talking about Shay Sharp versus Shay Sharp analysis versus Brandon Marshall's analysis.
Right. But I don't want to stick on that because I know you got the bullet pulpit, so you gonna reiterate this. Oh, and listen to the phone in the network. Please, let's not do that. Okay, let's keep going. So he definitely wanted everybody to hear this point. But Dak Prescott is maybe having a Hall of Fame career. I'm going to end with this. Dak Prescott is 2-4 in the playoffs. Law Nation got great little artwork thing. Put up the blind resume. Dak Prescott has had the same career as Kirk Cousins. He is Kirk Cousins' twin. So whatever you think of Kirk Cousins, that is Dak. How about them Cowboys? I love Law Nation. 2-4 Dak. You have no excuses. Kellen Moore is not there. I'm tired of this Dak apology tour. How about them Cowboys?
Wait a minute, man. Hold on. Hold on. Don't leave, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hold on. Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Didn't you and I agree? Because I know I got some good recall, and I can pull the audio. The game after the Dallas Cowboys played the Minnesota Vikings, you called in, my brother from another mother. No other don't look like Danny Glover. You called in, and I said from this day forward, you can't say Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins is the same person. They twins, because you're like, yeah, Law, man, I love you, dog, man. Yeah, I can't use that no more. So why are you moonwalking back now? Because the last time I checked, it was 40-3. Dak Prescott walks through there. Now, it seems as if though Joshua Allen couldn't beat those Minnesota Vikings. But Dak can. But Joshua Allen is better. Come on, man. Come on. Give me the rebuttal. Give it to me.
All I'm gonna say is this: Law reference my name, and I love when Law do that. But please say what I actually said. My thing with Dak is, in the biggest moments, he comes up small. He's trash. And he wins a lot of games against the NFC East. When we played San Francisco, we lost. He's Kirk Cousins' twin. What does Kirk Cousins do? In big games, he comes up small. Don't tell me Justin Herbert. I don't never said Justin Herbert was a good quarterback. Josh Allen is better than Dak. I don't. But well, okay, Dak is between 13 and 17. Again, he's 2-4 Dak. Kirk Cousins' twin.
No doubt, man. All right. Appreciate you, man. Damn, Brandon. All right, man. All right. In Michael Jordan's first 7 years, he was 1-9, Brandon. I ain't gonna go that way, though. I ain't gonna go that way, y'all. But he was until, he got some reinforcements. But that's a whole nother storyline, man. All right, man. All right. Let me see if I can get my guy on, man. All right, we gonna have to stay true to the time frame because I gotta go, man. 7:04, you live, man. You live from the 7:04. You live. Yeah.
Beginning.
In the beginning.
Beginning. Nick. In the. Hey, Law.
Oh, man, at first, I thought you was just playing it. Then I thought you was for real. I didn't know which way to go with it. So I was like, you did that job real good on the in the beginning.
In the beginning.
Yes, indeed. Like talk to me, man.
Hey, question for you.
Talk to me. Yeah.
Tyron Smith, does he get paid being a swing tackle? His incentives?
Yeah, his incentives are still there. I think that his incentives are still there. I think it's based off of the games that's played, and I don't think it's relegated upon whether or not he's a swing or not. But I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for calling in, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. We go. God dog.
The conference has been locked.
Line longer than Shaq feet. Willie D, man, you live. Willie D from the 214. You live.
Man, people like Brandon, oh my Lord, Jesus Christ.
Dak Prescott situation. If they go look at all the other quarterbacks, first of all, who done win the Super Bowl last 6-7 years? Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. That's all. So get off this shit. The other thing is the Cowboys fan base. I told you this last season.
Yeah.
They damn near ran me off for being a fan because they go off for what they heard on television. And so Mike McCarthy. First of all, it goes back to the organization.
Right.
When he first came in there, he should have been the play caller from day one. Why the hell we had more calling the plays? When Mike McCarthy won the Super Bowl, he was calling the plays. I don't understand the Cowboy logic. When we had Jimmy Johnson, when he was running this shit, we won Super Bowls.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you, Willie D. All right, so overall, what he was saying basically, man, if you're going to hire a guy who's supposed to be an offensive guy, right, to fix up the offense, everything else is the reason why you got rid of Jason Garrett, right? Let him be who you hired him to be. Let him perform the duties you wanted him to perform. All right, let's go with, boy, this is my guy, AJ. Man, you're live, man. And not Brown. This is Action Jackson. My bad. I'm calling you AJ. But, yeah, you're live, fam. I'm quite sure you people call you AJ. Talk to me, man.
Hello, you funny. I promise you funny, bro. You is funny. I'm going to get up out of it, man. I just want to say, man, I found out the secret of what Jason Garrett what made the Cowboys fall in love with Jason Garrett so much, bro.
What was that?
That Thanksgiving Day game.
Oh, in 95, right? Was it 95?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what made them feel like he's one of ours. You know what I mean? That Thanksgiving Day game against the Packers. That's what it was, bro. Since then, it's like that game symbolized his whole coaching career because that game was hit, miss. The Packers remember Sterling Sharp scored like 3 touchdowns that game.
Yeah.
That game was like hit, miss, 50-50, 8-8. You know, that's all I want to say.
But hey, this is what was really with Jason Garrett. The games that you knew for sure he had no business winning, that joker will fool around and win. Like Jason Garrett versus like Sean Payton, every time head to head, Jason would figure out ways, man. Like, I'm the real son, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, they win.
You remember when he first started coaching us, guess what we used to call ourselves? The Road Warriors. We was winning on the road.
Right.
Yes, man. That was Frugality, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'm going to get out the way, though, man. I said you ain't playing.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you, man. That's good. That's a good call from. Yeah, so y'all get what I'm saying. It will be literally the games. The games that we don't have no business winning. We'll go in there. The undefeated Saints versus the Cowboys. Boy, oh boy, the Cowboys have no chances of winning this game. And oh my goodness, Tony Romo put up 500 yards. You know what I'm saying? DeMarco Murray running for 300 yards. It'll be something just like that every single time. And it'll give that man new life. Have you ever played in a Nintendo game and you're down to that one life and you preserve yourself and then all of a sudden you get a 1-up or 2-up, somebody put the cheat code in just when you thought that you was going to get rid of that particular person, you getting extra life for some reason. That's who he was. All right. Shout out to you, Brandon, man. Shout out to you again. All right. I got my guy, man, down in the heart of Philly, man, and he representing real hard over there from the 267, Jay Worthy.
What's up, love?
Nothing to it, man.
Oh, man, you caught me coming right in the door with my baby.
Hey, man. Shout out to him, man. Go Cowboys. You want me to circle back?
No, you good. I'm in here.
Okay.
Yo, Brandon, 2 words for my boy Brandon. Amnesia. Amnesia. 2 words, I'll say, even though it's 1. But you know what the issue is? Because my brother did this. When we lost that San Francisco game, he called me, man, it's Dak Prescott. It's Dak Prescott. I'm like, no, really, really look at it. Analyze the tape and see who the problem is. And you help us, and you and all other content creators, y'all help us to understand through the tape that everybody running curl routes. I figured something out, and check me if I'm wrong, if this analogy is right. You know how you around that friend, he always sick?
Right.
And then you around him, you playing PlayStation, stuff like that. You be like, yo, man, cover your mouth, sneezing, you going to get me sick. The next thing you know, you sick.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just like Ashley said, Dak Prescott don't forget how to play football. His skill set is phenomenal. But here's the thing. Kellen Moore keeps making Dak Prescott sick with that play call.
Man,
That's the issue, but we got rid of that virus.
Man, that was a good analogy there, man. Hey, now we treated, we got rid of the disease, or we got rid of the thing that causing this sickness, right? And now we're gonna see whether or not this is benign or not, right?
Exactly, my point exactly. So Cowboys Nation, all I got to say to you is, the virus is going. Prepare for glory.
Oh my goodness, man! I appreciate you, man.
Spartans, prepare for glory.
No doubt, man. That's Jay Worthy, man. All right, man. Woo, we down to our final three. I got my guy from the 614. You're live, Montana 808.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you need to start going ahead, pull up $1, pull every time somebody disrespect Dak Prescott. I swear, I lie to you not. Lord, you will be a millionaire.
Yeah. Joe need be
And
one.
it's just crazy on how so much disrespect this man get. Like, hold on, don't it take a team to win anything? Or is it one man versus one man? Is this one-on-ones, or is it 22 versus 22? You know what I'm saying? I don't got much. All I'm going to say is this. Every time that man, Dak Prescott, step on the field, they hate that man for no reason. Go Cowboys.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, Montana, man, holding it down, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Good call from him. All right. Let's get it together. She's a queen to be. Queen, you're live from the 9. Dime, you're live. Baby, what's on your mind?
No, I appreciate that. You know what? You are one of the most patient people that I know, because you allow that individual, which I will not say their name, to call your show every single time with the same crap. And that's exactly what it is. It's crap. And that's constantly spewing out of his mouth. This is going to be a good season. Yes, like the previous caller said, we got rid of the disease, and you watch how that is going to put it down on these people. I made a tweet a long time ago, early in the season, and I know that probably don't even check his own tweets and stuff like that. But I was telling him, you know, you co-signing Kelvin Moore's plays and everything, his way of play calling, but at the same time, he's killing you in the process. You need to see that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, with all that said, I bet that Brandon won't call Boss Show with that bullshit. I bet he won't call Big Game James with that crap. I bet he won't. I bet he won't even tweet the OC with that crap. And that's why I give you your props. Because you put up with that bullshit. And that's all I got to say. Let them hang.
Let them hang. Appreciate you so much, Queen. That's Queen, you know. It takes great deed of being able to handle with my guy, you know what I'm saying? And for those who think that way, you know, I guess I was built to handle all of those things with that great reverence of patience. But I get it, you know. Not everybody can digest all of the things that most fan bases that don't like their own players in that type of way, you know. But I get with what she is saying ultimately, and let's go. I got my guy MJ from the 206. My guy Marv, man, you live, man.
What up, Law Nation?
Yes, indeed.
What up,
man.
Queen? Hey, I'm just telling all the Cowboy fans, man, if you don't like the quarterback, man, I'm going to be honest with you. Why are you here? I never heard of nothing like that. Now, we can get mad at our quarterback, But to go against them, like the Philly teams and everybody, and you on here hating your own quarterback, man, you ain't no Cowboy fan. You a follower. Only time you're going to be celebrating when they pick up the thing and say, yeah, I knew he could do it. Nah, I'm not letting you get away. So, Brandon, I'm going to tell you right now, when we held up that trophy this year, and you come on this phone and tell about your Cowboy fun, all the Cowboy fans should give you a negative thumbs down, bro. Now, obviously, we all going to get mad at our player. Only reason, when I get mad, and Lord tell you, when I get mad at Prescott, because I know he could do better.
Yeah, he can do
I
better.
don't get mad at him because, oh, man, no. We got rid of the virus. The virus is gone. And then another virus. And I hope this guy listens. The defensive tackle that the Cowboys drafted when he had a bad eye, you know what I'm talking about, Law. It's on the NFL The Show. Chris Nancy, you a piece of dirt. Damn! And your sorry ass, you couldn't do nothing, and we had a good record, and the fucking Giants beat us 9-7. Twice.
Trying for your mind, man.
Your
No
fuck ass got a
doubt.
Super Bowl ring with the Giants, and you talking shit about the Cowboys, you piece of shit.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for calling in, man. Thank you, man.
The Cowboys, let's go.
How about him, man? Yeah. Ooh. Shout out to him, man. Yeah. If it ain't demonetized, it's demonetized now, man. I appreciate you, though. So y'all sit in those. I'll play with y'all. But I will tell y'all one way or another, the Dallas Cowboys, I think that some of the people in the media, they enjoyed the chase. Sometimes you can have something that's good, you can have something that's great, and you'll be wondering why, you lose interest because the chase is no longer there. And a lot of times, the 4-ladder to 3-ladder network, they know that they can always recreate the chase by putting unrealistic expectations and playing into the mindset and the psyche of the Cowboys and saying, hey, these are the things that we are going to get, and these are the things that we're going to have to get on from here. Yes, indeed. Philly got, crack, shout out to you, man. Yes, indeed. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody who stayed in, who tuned in.
Goodbye.
And I said I was going to go 15 minutes, end up being 43 minutes, but, we get it out of the mud one way or another. Y'all know how this thing goes. But speaking of that, you know what? Sometimes we will see this even in the celebrity world, right? If there was a lady by the name of Ruby Rose. Who know Ruby Rose? Who know Ruby Rose in the chat? Let me know if y'all heard of a Ruby Rose, And she says she would like a guy. She will fall into that guy's mindset. And then when they start to like her, she lose interest. She will lose all interest when they start to like her. So she likes a guy that shows no interest. But it's the inverse with the Cowboys. Yeah, Matt Batten says, yeah, he knows Ruby Rose. Let me see if I can find this. Bam, here you go right here, boy. I'm quick with it. Hold on, let me see. Boom. Here it is right here. Y'all listen to this.
Do you have a type?
Do you have a type?
I like guys that don't like me, and when they start liking me, I don't like them, and it's really really sad. It's weird, but unless I really like them, then I'll still like them. But I like when guys act like they don't like me and don't act interested, and you know what I'm saying?
That lady is dealing with trauma, y'all. She's dealing with pain and acne. She's dealing with pitfalls of shortcomings because she will like a person and she will feel as if though, oh, this person like me. And then she would start losing interest. She would start losing any hope of any tangible things. She would feel as if though if they're treating her nicely, then she want to run off. It comes to show you that the Cowboys, in certain ways, from the 4-ladder, the 3-ladder network, they love to show us interest. And we despise of it. And the Eagles, they want to be just like Ruby Rose. They want someone to show them interest. And when they started to show them interest, they move on too. But guess what? Nobody shows them those things. And the craziest thing of it all, ladies and gentlemen, there's people right now that have the same mindset, to feel like they are less than, feel like they got to move on from here and there and there and here. But I come here to tell you guys that just like anything in life, stand tall and stand firm on what you believe. Hold the things of the success that you had already, and don't despise of those things. Don't hide them. Don't run away from them. She's toxic. Yeah, that's right, Tricks. Thank you. You know, somebody right now said, I can't stand her now. You know, man, she's terrible. hoping that she would show some interest. Ain't that right? A vow. You know what I'm saying? You see, he's coming here to hope that we can continue to despise the Eagles, right? Continue to hate the Eagles, to give them creditations and validations. It's quite strange that there's no Washington people here, there's no Giants people here, but there are Eagles people. Didn't they just make it to the Super Bowl? Yes or no? Shouldn't they be on their own independent content creator pages? But they're not. They're here with greatness. They're here with the mighty Law Nation. And they want to try to get all of the information they can. They want to try to get all of the nuggets to solidify their reasonings of coming up short. They want to believe that 1 is greater than 4, or 1 is greater than 3. They want to ultimately believe that 1 is greater than 5, and it's not. But I come here to tell y'all, as long as my beard and as white as my teeth and as good as the greatness and the mercy that God had poured upon me to share my knowledge and wisdom and understanding of this world to you, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan, and lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity and strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of your body or brain, or beak, if you can speak. We left the phone lines open, but he didn't want to speak to his father. That's okay. Just don't forget me on Father's Day, bro. You just don't forget about me, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing, and I mean just that. Nothing but the best.
Damn. Damn.
Let's go, baby.
Give me my theme music.
Come on. Come on. Hey, roll those credits. Shout out to you, twin. I see you in the chat. I can't wait to see y'all week 5, them Niner fans. You know, I can't wait to see y'all week 5. That's my little brother, though. Shout out to him. Appreciate him. Y'all be sure to check out his page. Come on.
I've been really in the field.
Lately. Shout out to you, Press, Echoes, J. Worthy, V, Stargazer, Dwayne Brown, and things. J. SoCal, appreciate you. Headache, appreciate you. Almost. I don't know how to say that one, but Redneck Donut, appreciate you. Jessica, thank you. Matt Batten and Lord Nova. Come on. Oh, come on, man. He put some brooms in the chat. Shout out to the Lakers, though. Did your team twin make it that far? Come on. Warriors, baby. Shout out to you, Damone. Appreciate you. Roll those credits and roll tide. Shout out to you, Sean D. Perry Lock. Thank you. NFC champs. Appreciate you, Alvo. Alval. That's how you say it. Alvo. I can't read today for some reason. 24. That's a good number. Big, I'm going to lead the Warriors up out of it. Come into my world and you can see that we are more than thugs, more than thugs. Shout out to Brock Purdy, Sam Donald. One of those quarterbacks going to be the starter. Huh? Go Buckeyes. Appreciate the Buckeyes crew. In the beginning. No doubt. Notorious Thug, baby. Don't need no deals, baby. Y'all thought I was gonna quit.
The answer, I called stuff. I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team.
You stupid.
I'm Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flop the hat one more time?
Just one more time for your boy, man. You know.
Let's go, Birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
That's Alvo 24, man. Hey, I didn't know you had a cameo on this show, man. Hey, man, now I understand, man. I understand now, man.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh, man. That's why he was here. He said, man, I'm just waiting for my cameo at the end, man. You know, we are the best, man. You know, still Super Bowl champ 2017, man, for now, you know. That's you. Hey, I didn't know, man. You should have let me know, man. You know, so, hey, just change your name to Monty, man. Let's get on up out of here. Let's slow it down for the people who love to slow it down. Oh my gosh, man. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, ho. Come on. Y'all read upon this. I can't believe this is out here. Strange but true. Just take a drag, baby. Again. Yeah. And you. What we tell them, baby?
Don't let the street lights get you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow.
If you liked the episode, be sure, final word tonight, Spencer, Texas Jr. Be sure to hit that like, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys, Sports Talk, and beyond. What we tell them, baby?
Don't let the street lights hit you
all alone. It's danger, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your
You must establish discipline, but more importantly, consistency. Because without a commitment, you will never start, and without consistency, you will never finish. Write that down.
So far, if a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, if a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly
This
on,
motherfucker
fly on.
don't miss. No, he's good. That motherfucker don't miss, man. He's good. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. No. In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.